Hey, if you're not where you want to be in life, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or just stuck, today we're going to be talking about how to build habits that guarantee success. These three principles that we're going to talk about today will guarantee success in your life. It will help you move forward if you implement these principles. So let's talk about number one. So the first principle we're going to talk about today that will help you guarantee success is clarity. Having clarity is key. And particularly, we want to have clarity on input and output. You know, our lives really, what we experience in life is based on what we allow in or bring into our life, and also what we're given and what's going out. You know, for instance, in our health, we need to have clarity on what's coming in, right? If we're not clear on how much we're actually eating and how many calories is in the food that we're eating and coming in, then how are we ever going to know what's needed to make adjustments to get to the place we desire? Hey friend, if you've been in a place where maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, maybe you feel like you're stuck on the hamster wheel of life, I've got a free resource. It's 5 steps to daily success, going from overwhelmed to winning the day every day. And these 5 steps, these are principles that have absolutely helped transform my life, my relationships, my fitness, and my finances. I would encourage you, go download that right now at kingdomsuccess.coach and let these principles transform your life as well. Same thing in health is our output. What's the output or the energy that we need to exert to burn off those calories? So input and output, having clarity around those things is key to being successful. You know, that same principle applies to business and finances. And guess what? Your life is a business. Businesses have income and outflow, and obviously so do our personal finances, don't they? Yeah, so many businesses fail from lack of clarity around input and output. They haven't taken time to really take inventory of what is actually coming in and what's required to come in to be sustainable as a business. And the same for the output. You know, not tracking expenses properly is going to pretty much ensure that you don't get to the place where you want to go. Yeah, I love this adage that says you can never manage what you do not measure. So if we're not measuring these things in our life, we don't have clarity around them, how can we ever manage them, and much less manage them properly? The second principle that's going to help you guarantee success and transform your life is identity. You know, we all have an identity. You see yourself in a certain light, in a certain way. You have certain perceptions about the world around you and perceptions about yourself. We all do. And identity is so paramount when it comes to our success or lack thereof. You know, when we see ourselves in a negative light, it's going to cause us to retract, to pull back, and not take the actions that's required to be successful. So we've got to transform our identity. We've got to be the successful person before we will ever actually experience the success. Yeah, I'm a big student, a fan of personal development and success in business. And I can tell you one thing that I've seen absolutely as a common denominator that people who are successful teach is this one principle. Over and over, I can't tell you how many times I've heard it. They'll say the becoming happens before the having. You've got to become a person who is successful before you will experience the success. So we've got to transform our identity, how we see ourselves, because how we see ourselves will determine how we show up. And how we show up will either guarantee success or guarantee our failure. The third principle that will absolutely help guarantee your success is accountability. Having accountability is so important. We're all human, right? We all tend to be lazy at times and tend to not do the things that are required for success. There's certain things that success requires, and they're not always easy, or we don't always feel like doing those things. So having accountability is so key to guaranteeing success. I tell you, I've got a few guys that I meet with every week, and we talk about our faith, our family, our fitness, our finance, and we encourage each other, and we also hold each other accountable, and we bring our goals and share our goals with one another. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. When I know that I have to show up and share what I've done or how I've acted or what things I've not done that week, it makes a difference, and it helps motivate me to take the action required to be successful. You know, another thing when it comes to accountability is just knowing your own personal why. When you know your why, when you have a sense of purpose and direction, maybe it's your family. Maybe you want to be successful in your health and in your finances because you care about your family. When that is close to your heart, it brings a sense of personal accountability. So we need both in our life. We have that sense of personal accountability that helps us put in the work, the actions required for success, and then having other people involved in our lives. You know, there's statistics that say having a goal written down and then sharing it with someone else and having them hold you accountable increases the likelihood of your success by 95%. That's mind-blowing that having accountability can increase the likelihood of your success by up to 95%. So having accountability is a great way to help guarantee the success that God has for you and that you desire to experience in life.